Okay, viewers, MikeMoneyGMR here, and I got something interesting to talk about before we start today's episode. Turns out that not only could there be interference coming from my um, game audio, but there could be interference coming from my microphone. Apparently, I've been having it too high, I guess, or something like that. I hope that you can still hear me though, because I'm like going to be messing with it. But yeah, not only that, I actually had to grab a brand new disc again because of a bunch of them screwing up on me. Fun fact. Like, I actually had a bunch of discs once again die on me. I mean, nothing I can do about it, right? So, whatever, but yeah. I really want that magazine because it's really funny. Wait, is someone coming down here? I guess we're there. Oh god.
Enemy sight. Requesting backup unit.
I guess what happened is that I just got unlucky there and got seen. Goes to show you that I was wrong about one thing.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F.
That you will be seen by certain things. For example, you'll be seen by people above you.
Nothing here.
Okay, we got the guy who says that gives a one thing every now and then awake, so gonna have to watch out for him. Why are you late with your whatever? I love that.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Are they on the floor above me? Yeah, they are. Let's see if he's the one that responds. Doesn't sound like he is. Oh god. That was annoying. Seem to be any mines here. Could you maybe move a little faster? Yeah, you notice that we just saw a person all the way up there. Nothing to worry about. In fact... Check that shit out right there, right? Awesome stuff, right? So now that we put him out, now we just gotta wait, because I believe that there's also a drone that comes through here too. Let's see. Oh, all quiet right now. Yes.
Be careful, there are claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No. And whoever it wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too. But the possibility of it being true is none. Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Anyway, I just gotta check something real quick. I was hoping that would go on a little bit longer, but it didn't. Forgot that there's someone I need to actually put as a thing. Oh, freaking great. I forgot to write it down and remember it. Shit. And I don't know how to spell, apparently. God fucking damn it. Yeah, that's gonna take too much. Oh well. I'll just have to look it up off screen. So yeah, I'll be right back. Well, I'm a dumbass. While off screen, I accidentally hit circle on one of the person's things, and I accidentally called the colonel. He was telling me that I need to follow the orders of the bomb technician guy, and then like he's like, but who exactly is he? And Rose said she's gonna look him up. So I'm gonna put in this frequency here because we need to do that anyway.
Everything's going smoothly over here. I just finished defusing another C4. For some reason, there was one planted on an enemy soldier's back.
Tell me a little more about Dead Cell.
Dead Cell was a shadow unit within the SEALs organization.
Right. They handled surprise raids on vital government facilities, didn't they?
Yes. They were originally put together to check the nation's military security system. The unit was the brainchild of ex-President George Sears. Dead Cell was a secret unit positioned at the opposite end of anti-terrorist outfits such as Delta Force and SEALs.
Were they always a...
Group of madmen?
Yeah.
No. They got weird when Colonel Jackson, Fortune's husband, was sent to jail.
Sent to jail? For what?
Corruption. He misappropriated government funds.
Sounds like he deserved it.
That's what everybody else thought, except for the members of Dead Cell. They felt the colonel was falsely accused. Fact is, they took the case to the powers that be, but they never managed to reopen the case.
Was there any truth to their claim?
Who knows? Whatever the situation is, Dead Cell's name was tainted.
And Colonel Jackson?
He was being held at Leavenworth.
Was? Meaning he's been released?
Well, in a manner of speaking, the colonel's dead.
Oh.
Apparently, he lost the will to live and died in prison. The members of Dead Cell snapped with the loss of their leader. They underwent a radical change and became uncontrollable.
And that's why they undertook this terrorist operation.
Seems as good a reason as any.
I want to try something. I just read online about something you can enter if you can do if you're inside of a box. I don't know if I missed my opportunity, but apparently if you...
Raiden, don't get yourself worked up. It's safer to take out the enemy first, then look for the bomb. Don't even think about searching for the bomb while looking over your shoulder for the enemy. Knock them unconscious or take them out altogether first.
You keep talking to him while you're in a box, it's supposed to do something.
Vamp is a member of Dead Cell. Born in Romania, his specialty is knives. But I guess you know that by now. When he was just a kid, he lost his family to a terrorist bomb that went off in a church they were attending. His body pierced by a crucifix, Vamp was buried under the rubble for 2 days before he was finally rescued. During those 2 days, he survived by feeding on the blood of his family to quench his thirst. That was how he acquired a taste for blood.
So that's why they call him Vamp.
No, Vamp isn't for vampire, it's because he's bisexual. Rumor has it, Vamp was the lover of Scott Dolph, the Marine Commandant who accidentally died 2 years ago. Scott Dolph was also the father of Fortune, the Dead Cell leader.
Fortune's old man? But Fortune and Vamp?
You noticed, eh? Not bad for a rookie.
Right.
As you say, Vamp and Fortune are very close. Not lovers, but very close.
Friends?
No, there's more to their relationship than that.
But Vamp was her father's lover.
Would it have been better if it was with her mother?
Well,
I don't really think they care what you think. Focus on the mission.
by the way, have you ever met the guy before?
No.
But he seemed to know you.
Right. Well, No, it can't be.
What?
Nothing. I told you the Dead Cell is a group of madmen. I wouldn't take anything they say very seriously.
What do you know about that strange woman?
You mean Fortune? She's the Dead Cell leader. Her real name is Helena Dolph Jackson, known to her friends as Lady Luck.
Lady Luck?
Yeah, she got the name because bullets seemed to veer away from her in battle.
Oh.
People have heard her say that her fortune in battle was payback for the lousy luck she's had in life.
Lousy luck?
The death of her father, the Marine commander, the conviction of husband and Dead Cell leader Colonel Jackson. These events were followed by her mother's suicide, the loss of a husband, and the idea of a convict in the family apparently took her over the edge. Fortune was 3 months pregnant at the time, and the shock of her mother's death led to the loss of her child. Add to this her husband's death in prison a few months later, and to sum it up, in the 6 months after her father's death, she lost her family and everything that mattered in her life.
Jeez, she's had it rough.
Yeah. The thing is, she didn't grieve long. Instead, she joined the military.
Now why is that?
Do I look psychic? My best guess is revenge. I heard that she firmly believed that her husband was framed. Anyway, by the time she came out of basic training, she'd proven many times over that she was gifted with an unusual streak of luck. In fact, some say she sold her soul for it.
Her soul?
Her uncanny luck earned her a reputation that led to her appointment as the head of her husband's unit, Dead Cell. Fat Man. Supposedly, he's nicknamed after an atomic bomb, but to me, he's just a fat man. Something straight out of a sideshow. If he even has a bit of spare time, he spends it disassembling and assembling his Glock over and over again. He can't stand to have his hands still. He's extremely vain about his hands, keeps his fingers as slender and soft as a woman's. They say he's always looking at his hands, giving himself manicures.
Anything else?
Pilskin, what do you know about Stillman?
He's a bomb disposal expert, probably the best in the world.
What else?
What do you mean?
Like why he retired?
Are you here to gossip?
No.
Then get back to work defusing those C4s. If there's something you need to know about Stillman, go ask him yourself.
Pilskin, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team's been wiped out.
Is that right?
Is that all you have to say? I thought they were your comrades.
Yeah, too bad.
Too bad. Did you know they were used as a decoy to support my infiltration?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
Man, you are cold. They were your friends.
What do you want me to say? That you killed them? Or do you want me to say it wasn't your fault?
I just...
Listen, kid, I don't have time to wet nurse you, or provide you with a shoulder to cry on. You got a problem with your conscience, you take care of it. Don't bother me.
Ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Pilskin, you seemed pretty focused on the Navy captain. Something catch your eye?
Yeah, remember the handcuffs were cut? There was something on the other end of that.
Do you know what it was?
Well, no, forget it.
What do you mean, forget it?
Just what I said. Forget it. Talk to you later, kid.
I love this guy. He's awesome.
Hey, Pilskin, were you really a SEAL?
That's what I told you.
But
But what?
nothing.
Listen, kid, you're on a mission. Thinking about anything else can get you killed. That pistol you have is a SOCOM. It's a .45 caliber offensive handgun designed for the American Special Ops Command. With 12 rounds of .45 ACPs, it has outstanding stopping power. The SOCOM has a minimum service life, averaging over 6,000 rounds, and has a 5-round group capacity that extends within a 1.4-inch radius. It's a bit large, but the SOCOM is a gun you can trust. It also comes equipped with a laser aiming module. A suppressor can be attached to the SOCOM to silence gunshots. You should try to find one.
One more. If it doesn't do it, I'll just move on.
The cardboard box that you have is ideal for fooling your enemies. It's a very important tool for infiltration missions.
Really?
Of course. I can't begin to count the number of agents whose lives were saved by a cardboard box.
You mean everyone's using them?
Look, I'm not exaggerating when I say the success of your mission hinges on how you use that cardboard box.
Huh.
But in the end, a cardboard box is only made of paper. Handle it with care, or it won't be of much use to you. Treat your cardboard box with care. Take care of the box, and it'll take care of you. Don't think of it as just another box. Treat it with love. Don't be rough, okay?
That's the first time I've ever seen that, but it is still so priceless. Anyway, after that, let's move on, shall we? Now, there's actually like a secret character somewhere. Oh shit! Somewhere around here that if you happen across, will have a what do you call it? You know, he will have a cardboard box on him. And what's interesting is, apparently, if you shoot him, Pilskin will put on a Kodak call for you and say, "Why did you do that?" or something along those lines. But I've never seen the guy. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in a Let's Play do it either. So if you want to see that, you're gonna have to find it yourself. But oh, this path here is kind of interesting. if you just go running across this path, I don't think there's anything over there for us right now. Let's see, is there any bombs over there? No. Well, if you go across that path, the ground will give way on you, so you definitely don't want to go that way. Unless you absolutely have to, which, as of right now, we don't. Anyway, since we're at a point where we can do so, let's do this call.
Jack, do you remember the day we met?
I'm kind of busy right now, Rose.
You're right, sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There were all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building, and then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler Building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Take care.
Oh, God. Whatever. Anyway.
What can I do for you, Jack?
Time to save. Alright. See what our message is.
I looked into Mr. Peter Stillman's file. Full name is Peter Stillman, known as Peg Leg Peter. He is a
That's
legendary
horrible.
bomb disposal technician. He is also a longtime instructor at the Naval School Explosive Ordnance Disposal and a consultant for the NYPD bomb squad. But 5 years ago, he lost his leg in an accident. And since then, he hung up his gloves to focus on being a lecturer. He was called back into service because, as he said, he is the only explosive specialist who can stop Fat Man. Although no longer an active consultant, he is still without a doubt the #1 guy when it comes to disarming explosives. He should be very helpful to you.
Alright then. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's session because I did, and that's always a mark of a great day. Does kind of suck though that I went way over my scheduled time that I was going to do these, but that's okay. I don't mind too much. You guys are okay to, you know, spend extra time with. But anyway, when we come back to this game, we will move on and find the rest of the bombs. So look forward to that. I will probably do, if I do any recordings tomorrow, I will probably do some of my other stuff. I'll have to decide. I'm looking at 2 of my games right now, and it's kind of funny because I'm like, oh, which one would I rather do? It's not like I'm going to tell you guys because then I might be wrong in the end. So, when we return, we will hopefully find those bombs. Till then, everyone.